This is the Huawei MateBook Pro harmonyOS 6.0 running with the CPU X90. Now has been released the new zhuoyitong, which is the container to run the Android APK, so you can directly download the APK and click install. So that's just install it. So okay, continue, and you can use the any Android apps on this harmonyOS, native harmonyOS. So I think it's very convenient. It's like the newly released matepad Edge. They can run the Android and harmonyOS native, also the Windows. So now you can see the lower bottom, the right hand side, you can see the Zhuo, which is the zhuoyitong Android app running for the applications over there. And now you can see playing the games, which is fine. And with the 3D games, it kind of a little bit slower. Because lower, why? Because it is running the Android app on the container zhuoyitong. But at least it is the container is better than running on the virtual machine. Just like Windows running on the virtual machine, sooner or later I will show you. But now is the container. Container, why is faster? Because container is running on the harmonyOS kernel. Based on the harmonyOS kernel, it's like an app. So they don't have the Android kernel and all other things like the whole OS, but they just have just like an app with the library and the package over there. So it's faster than Windows virtual machine. And virtual machine, you have the whole Windows kernel running at the top on the top of the harmonyOS. So now it's running. Try to run the Windows 11. So now is the virtual machine. Click start and then going to inside the Windows. Now it's inside the Windows, going to the Windows, ARM Windows with the virtual machine running. It's very convenient. Use the four fingers to swipe, side here, swipe left or right, so you can switch between the Windows and harmonyOS, native harmonyOS, and the Windows. Switch, very convenient, huh? Right? Easily to switch back and forth. And here you can see using the Android app already installed. The right button with the letter Zhuo, which means it's the zhuoyitong running Android app. So you can see now more ecosystem with the Android app and Windows and harmonyOS switch back and forth. So many apps you can use. So you can see the virtual machine using the virtual CPU with 16 gig RAM I assigned, and then having 6 cores, I think. So you can see the 8 core or 6 core I assigned. So you can see the CPU is the virtual CPU, 8 core, I think, Stratoverb. So virtual one, and GPU is the virtual one, but newly released the supporting DirectX and Direct 3D, so you can play the game as well. And now I try to download the app on the Microsoft Store. So as normal, just downloaded it, no problem, right? And click confirm it and just download and use it easily, no problem. So finish download and just click install it. Will be okay to use sooner or later. We will demonstrate it to you. And then now I try to open the VS Code before I downloaded it. So everything is fine. It's you can install both ARM version or the x86 version, or yes, x86 version, AMD 64 so called. also called AMD 64 version, no problem because they have the machine emulator to translate the ARM to x86 for the CPU architecture and instruction set. So I will show you how they can do it. Now I try to download 7-zip. So you can see here is the 64-bit Windows x64 version. This is 64 version of x86 instruction set version. I can download ARM as well, but I just try to download this with this ARM CPU Kirin Huawei Kirin X90 CPU based on ARM. So even ARM CPU, ARM Windows 11 I'm running, I can also directly install the Windows x64 x86 instruction set software. Now I try, yeah, install it. No any fault, no any error code. Directly installed, and I try to open it now successfully. Very easy, right? Very smooth. Why I can do it running the ARM CPU, ARM Windows 11, I can just download directly the x86 software. Why? And also ARM as well. So it's very convenient. I try to Google it. Let you see why. It's probably because of the emulator Prism here. Prism is so they can translate, especially the Qualcomm Snapdragon, those processors with ARM. They can run the Windows ARM version and then can execute the x86 instruction set into ARM 64 instruction with optimization to improve the performance. The emitted ARM 64 with the WoW 64 as well. So that's the reason why they can have it. So this computer emulator with ARM x86, no problem. Windows running VM, and we can use Android container running Android app APK and Windows EXE, and also the harmonyOS native apps. So this computer is very good, and with the full Chinese GPU as well, the Malian 916 GPU and the Kirin X90 CPU. Highly recommended. harmonyOS native Chinese operation system. Very good computer. PC laptop I'm using.